Hi everyone, welcome back to the Fetch Quest podcast where we talk about video games and more. Today I'm joined by my fellow co-host Logan
What's up, guys?
and Jay.
Hello.
Today we have a very good guest star today. We have my good friend Mauricio.
Hi everyone. I'm glad to be on here.
Are you now?
Well, it's.
Are you
we'll
really,
see. We'll see.
Mauricio?
Well,
Yeah,
if you keep treating me this way, I'll have to reconsider.
Let's reconsider.
I mean, don't worry, Mauricio. We can treat you in many good ways.
Okay.
Okay, man. We're gonna stop you
Just
right
ask.
there.
Settle down.
If you get what I mean, wink, wink.
Oh God.
All right.
What do you wish for, Mauricio?
What do I wish for?
Because I'm like a genie. I'm gonna grant all them wishes. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that's it.
Jeez.
I'm gonna grant all the wishes, boy.
Jeez.
But Mauricio, I want my wish granted, and you want to know what that is?
What's your wish?
So, I have been on Reddit a lot recently,
Oh,
and now I have new opinions on Smash Bros. You want to know what they are?
I would love to hear your opinions.
I think there should be more characters in Smash Bros.
If it means Sakurai can come back and fix the game, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, okay. What characters are you thinking? What characters
I'm thinking up to 200 characters.
of the? Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, but give me like one new one that isn't like a bad opinion. I'll be sure to tell you if it's bad or not.
Yeah, hold up.
That's a really hard one for me to do, because
Hmm.
mostly first, I want to eliminate some of the Smash roster. First off, I think we should kill all Fire Emblem characters, because every single one of them is bad.
Bro, how? Okay, whoa. You said 200 characters. Why? No.
Because
Why?
Smash needs more characters. More characters equals better game.
That's literally not how that works.
No.
Bro, you
No,
have no idea how long that would actually take to, like, develop. That'd be, no, hell no. No.
Just do it one character a day, and there you go. You have all the characters you need.
It took 2 years just to add an extra 8 characters.
Now, the first character I think we should add is the Goose from Untitled Goose Game.
Alright, you're
Oh,
just, bro,
perfect.
you're on
Perfect.
a Reddit rant right now, but I think
He's
that's
a
the,
contender.
But you know how the Rivals of Aether has the modifiable engine where you
Yes.
can add your own character, create.
Yeah.
They have the Goose.
Yes,
They
I've
have the
been
Goose.
constantly playing
Oh,
that
yeah.
game, and I only
it
use the
plays amazing.
Goose.
Well, with that being said, I think that's a perfect transition into today's topic. We are going to be talking about the Smash roster and its nuances. Going back to Smash, because, we love this game a lot, and Mauricio wanted to talk about it, so we're going to do it. But before we get into that, we're going to ask Mauricio 3 important questions, just so we don't have Logan going on a freaking Reddit rant.
Oh, don't worry, I've deleted the Reddit files off of my brain. They're not there anymore.
Thank God. But
It's no longer is.
But the things that I want to ask Mauricio, as we do for every guest,
Yeah.
Mauricio,
Sure.
give us your top 3 favorite games and why.
Okay, top 3. Well, growing up, I've been a very family-oriented individual. So anytime I could play video games with my friends, I'd choose to do so, or I'd suggest it.
Yeah.
So the first
Yeah.
first one not on the top of the list. They're all top 1 contenders because these are all my 3 favorite of all time. But I have to say, one of them would have to be New Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, just because I enjoyed it.
Oh,
I grew up with that one too. I liked it.
It was weird, I have a fraternal twin brother. He's skinnier, but not taller. But he's skinnier than I am, and I'm the pudgier of the two. And I saw that kind of reflected on Mario and Luigi. Like I'd always want to be I'd always be number 1. He'd always be player number 2.
Yeah.
And that was a large reason why I wanted to keep playing that game. As even after I won 100% of the game, definitely, that's one of my favorite games.
I
Second
can relate to
one-
that. So much.
Dude, that's a really good game. That game's underrated in my opinion.
That made it for me with Mario games.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Mario games for sure.
think
I
that
grew
was
up on that too.
I think it was the first Mario game that I got into.
Really.
I had the red Wii.
Oh,
the red
yeah.
Wii edition.
Oh, dude. No, I've been trying to find one of those for my collection.
I had
They're
to send
really
away.
nice.
What?
I had to send away the red Wii to my
Why?
uncle in Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was bored. He didn't have any video games.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
bruh.
And I didn't really have a need for it. I just wanted the game because I already had a regular Wii.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
your other games?
Oh right. So
There you
for for the next games, I'd have to say, shit. I had like a good list prepared, but oh my goodness. So I think I'd have to be Assassin's Creed Origins as my other favorite game. It was
Okay.
my first. I guess you can categorize it as gory video game because like in the settings you can adjust whether you want blood to be splattered everywhere or not.
Yeah.
I digress.
Eh.
It's definitely one of my favorite games. Just oh my god, I always wanted to play when I first heard about the Assassin's Creed like franchise, and I saw the trailers and I saw what was his name, Esno? No,
The
That's
protagonist?
what was it?
Ezio.
Ezio.
Yeah,
Ezio.
Ezio, yeah.
And isn't there like this time travel or like disembodiment aspect to it where you can take control of your ancestors or something?
Yeah, so like how the original like few games worked is that you would play as I forget his name, but he would because he was an ancestor of like a really famous assassin,
Like Ezio and all.
yeah, they were able to track like they were able to like play out Ezio's life through like that
The
like this-
Animus.
Yeah, the Animus. But in the later
Yeah.
games, it wasn't tied to family lineage anymore. You just had to had to have a DNA sample, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's what
I'm
it
pretty
was.
sure
more
the
than-
DNA.
Yeah.
imagine being the animus for a banana. You know how humans share a good portion of DNA strands with bananas?
Yeah, it's like 60 something, isn't it?
It's a good
Seriously?
60%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean serious.
Correct me if I'm wrong because
much
I must sound like an
DNA?
idiot if I know.
Share with a banana.
Or Nana.
More than 60% identical, yeah.
Yeah, more than
We are banana.
more than 60%. Holy crap. Bananas are just people.
Yep.
So when we eat bananas, that makes us a cannibal.
Yes.
That is
My God.
All right, I've eaten like hundreds of people then. That's crazy.
Insane.
But your third game?
We should take that out of context when you say you've eaten hundreds of people.
That would be funny.
That would be.
Um
Lastly, I suppose, and I guess it'd be a decent segue into today's topic. I'd have to be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
oh, that's
Hands down, this would, and onto why, it's my first ever competitive game that I've ever participated in.
Yeah.
Or at least I should be saying that it's the first video game that I've ever participated in a competitive scene in.
There you go.
My God, as Smash Bros. Ultimate is right now, it is. I'm not gonna say perfect, but it's so good. There's very little I'd like to change about it, besides a few bugs and mechanics that exist within the game. Just
Like-
because
yeah.
the not the game developers, the the people behind the patch notes, just stopped. Update. They stopped adding patches into the game.
Which was a bad thing. I hate that they
Yeah.
stopped
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
probably go on
hate
a
it
rant
too.
about one of my favorite characters in the game.
Yeah, go for it.
Later. Right now. I can go for it.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
Go for it, bro.
Yeah, perfect segue because like again, this is like a Smash related episode, which will not be our last Smash episode. We plan to have multiple guests on here that are going to be talking about Smash. But like go for it, man. Just,
Okay. Sweet.
You know, like some of the top players in your region. Yeah, that probably. We have a lot of people who have some good opinions on that.
Yeah. So just for context, I main Diddy Kong. He's my primary primary character.
He's a monkey.
I am Monkey.
Monkey.
I go bananas.
He literally goes bananas. Holy crap.
Okay, so that'd be my main, and I've had character crises for a long time, but Diddy Kong's always been there backing me up. He's definitely the first character that's definitely clicked with me.
Yeah.
I have a secondary Isabelle, which, if competitively speaking, not the best secondary, but
Yeah, I was about to say that's kind of surprising as a secondary.
no,
Going
I
from
just
Diddy to Isabelle.
really enjoy Isabelle over Villager. In fact, I mean, I could pick up Villager and just figure out the nuances behind that character, but I find Isabelle has better attributes in certain scenarios. But anyways, specifically on Isabelle, one of the bugs or mechanics that I really want fixed, well, there's two, and just to make the character better. The first one had to be her fishing rod. Are you familiar with her fishing rod?
Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
be.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
everyone in here is a Smash player.
Okay,
so,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I mean, not
so
I mean,
with
not
her
all of
side-
us are
so
ranked
her
or
side
have
B.
2,000 hours, but we're all Smash players.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah. So with her side V, it's technically it's not like a coined term, but it's definitely a pseudo command grab, where you can just block the fishing hook on hit, right? So you can't grab, although you can grab opponents on the reel back. If Isabel had her side B as a complete command grab, she'd be one of the stupidest characters in the game, hands down. She'd go up a tier. She'd definitely go up
She
a
probably
tier.
would, yeah.
Secondly, and this is stage specific, by the way, and not a lot of people know this. I've spoken to quite a few players in this region, and they were just genuinely surprised. So on Smashville, right, the Animal Crossing stage with the middle platform, you can one of the best things that Isabel has is her ledge trapping game, where she can throw her fishing rod over the ledge and catch people's jumps or their recovery as it's going up, right?
Yeah.
This works fine on the left side of the stage. On the right side of the stage, however, for some reason, the game developers left a bug where the fishing rod it's impossible for it to hang on over the ledge.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
It'll automatically
I didn't know
reel
that.
back, and there's an invisible imaginary little blip, a bump on the right side of Smashville, and it's extremely silly. It's extremely stupid and unnecessary, and it generally annoys me. Like I'll be an advantage, right? I'll be winning. I will get punished for doing the right option. And all day today and yesterday I was playing friendlies with my friends, and just the trend of me getting punished for doing the right thing is just one of the silliest things that Smash Ultimate can offer. But it's one of the reasons I love the game. It's just chaotic sometimes.
If you get that wrong on one side, then mess it up on the other side of the same map.
Yeah, I'll do the exact same scenario where the opponent can't really do anything about it, and then I can't complete the edge guard, the ledge trap. It's just Isabel's just kind of buggy. Isabel's funky.
That
is-
fishing rod.
That is definitely some funk. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. No one knows about it.
Fun facts with.
I mean,
Mauricio,
no one plays Isabel, well, other than you.
I had to find
Oh.
out. I had to
That's
find out
probably
through
why.
the Isabel Discord, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Also, a word of advice: if you ever think about picking up Isabel as a secondary or as a main, God forbid.
God forbid.
And you.
God forbid.
I do recommend the Isabel Discord, but like stay away from like the furthest channels on South, because it's
Like the
borderline
furries?
Rule 34.
Okay, yeah, furries.
Yeah, I'd say I wouldn't call them furries. I'd say they're fur fanatics.
Okay, I guess right at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, like their drawings are cute. A lot of them are cute. There's a bot that takes pictures from Twitter, but like
Yeah.
but below 18 Twitter, section of Twitter, which is like good. Thank you for the
Yeah.
bot. And there's a lot of cool art for Isabel and anything related to Animal Crossing. Just really genuine wholesomeness.
Yeah, that community is really passionate about Animal Crossing for sure. Like I'm a part of it too. I love Animal Crossing, and the art there is really cool. But some of
I
it
love
should
it.
not
I love it.
exist.
Hey, speaking of Animal Crossing, one thing I found out, this is off topic from Smash, but that's annoying me, is the island transfer thing to do. Because I recently got a Tears of the Kingdom OLED, and I'm transferring my old data over. But instead of just like transferring the island over like any normal save data, I'm having to download this dumb island transfer tool on the eShop.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
What is it, like
yeah.
an extra software or something?
Yeah, it's like an extra
Yeah,
software.
extra
you have to
software.
download
Ew.
yeah, to save your the loadout of your island, which is really weird.
That's like getting an extension cord for something that's 2 feet away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is a perfect
Completely
analogy.
unnecessary.
Holy crap, that was a perfect analogy. But I think we should probably start getting in to the. Oh wait. We need to talk about the two other questions. The two other questions that we have. Mauricio.
Oh yeah.
No, you're good. Why do you play video games?
Simple answer. Flashing lights are addicting.
Flashing lights are addicting.
I mean, it could be a
Like
little more complicated.
Like
if I were-
the Porygon Pokemon episode addicting, or
Bruh.
I can imagine that. I don't remember that specifically, but I can imagine that. I can imagine just poor.
I mean, trust me, there's a lot of flashing lights in that
one.
one.
Okay, he's referring to an episode where there was a lot of flashing lights to the point where it caused like over 400 Japanese children to have seizures and be rushed to the hospital when it got premiered.
Ooh,
I remember that episode.
They had to ban that, or they just
No,
had
yeah,
to
they banned
readjust
that.
it?
Yeah.
They banned quite a few.
Dude, they even banned
did.
like Porygon from ever showing up in the Pokemon anime again.
I'm pretty
Which
sure they
is
banned. They also banned.
Which
another
is
guy.
kind of
They
messed
did.
up, seeing how Pikachu is the one that caused that explosion. But
They
you
did
know,
mess up on that one, yeah.
they ain't getting rid of Pikachu. Porygon was the scapegoat.
But yeah, the other episode that they banned was called. I remember the title is. It's called Beauty and the Beach.
Oh my god, we're on the same wavelength.
It was
Was it the one with James and the fake
yes.
little?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if we could mention that without getting just in trouble. But
I mean, not just that, but they also had Misty enter that, and she's 10.
Oh no!
Oh!
I didn't even.
Oh, I know
think
this-
about
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Oh no.
But yeah, that's an episode that exists, and it's technically not lost media because people have recorded it and whatnot, but it's holy crap, it is like
just
it
like
is a
taken
good
off
episode.
official ways to watch it. Like there's also an episode that has a gun in it.
Oh yeah, that one
Oh,
also
oh,
got banned.
Like literally
Oh my
literally
goodness! I
Ash
forgot
is
about
like
that.
asking a dude a question, and he's like, "Shut up, child."
And
puts a
yeah,
gun
Ash
to his
gets a
head.
gun pulled on him. That was funny.
I found it funny when you said that Porygon was banned from anime, like the Pokemon, like ever showing up again. Because in my head, all I see is like these poor Japanese children seeing Porygon on the TV again and just instantly having like PTSD flashbacks or some shit.
Oh my god, that would be
Oh
awful.
my god.
It's that Pokemon.
Who's
I
that
don't know why.
Pokemon?
I don't know. I can't see.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That is so good.
Oh my god.
That is so messed up.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Oh god. But going back on topic, Mauricio, like you can go in depth, man. Like why? Like you can answer like why do you play video games besides flashy?
Okay. All right. I did just say the simple answer. So, I suppose. Okay. I could mostly stem it back from like my first ever console, which was strange. It was like the children's version of the 64. It was a VTech. It was a VTech with the little joystick and the controller that looked like a paw.
I think I know what you're talking
It's like
about.
orange, blue.
Yes, I had one of those.
I know.
As a kid, I loved that console.
Oh my god, dude,
I played the Door to the Explorer, and I don't know what else. But
Ah,
it was
yes.
like, okay, it was for me. It was culturally relevant as a Spanish speaker, but yeah, it was. my
Hey,
first ever
Dora
console.
is the real game of the year.
And anytime anytime I would start feeling generally upset about something, my parents, I don't know if it was a grade A parent move on their part, but they would suggest I cool off by playing video games. And
My parents never did
I
that.
was like, free video games? All right, cool. And well, I did play the games with my brother, as I mentioned earlier. Like I'm very family oriented.
Yeah.
And playing those video games, it also helped serve as an escape from some minor worries in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I still use it as an escape sometimes, not as much as before.
Yeah.
It was slightly therapeutic, I guess you could say. But
That's
when I'm in the
relief
middle-
stress and all.
when I'm in the middle of that escape, and I find someone else trying to dwell in a similar escape or something entirely different, I know that I could probably make a new friend or just create a new bond. It's a communal thing, you know.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, I guess that's why I mostly play video games.
No, that's a good reason, man. That really is. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's always different reasons for everyone playing video games. Like, I mean, shit. Like, partially your reasoning too is like the reason why I play is like not only that I feel like I'm communal, but it's also like it is therapeutic. It really is. I mean, I know these guys because of video games.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it's like.
If you're raging, then it's not therapeutic. You're like wanting to shove your fist through a wall.
Or,
Hey, it's a form of.
That's my therapy.
It is therapy. You can vent. It's a form of event, whether it's
True.
physical or emotional. I don't know.
Therapeutic, just like doom destruction.
Yes.
But oh god, getting back on topic. My third and final question.
Yes.
Is if you could play a video game again with an entirely new perspective, like not with an entirely new perspective, but like blind again,
Ooh.
what would it be?
All right. This Super Mario Galaxy, probably, most definitely.
Fair.
It was-
Based.
That's a good pick.
Okay.
That is a good pick.
The music in that game was just, it got me hyped every time I would just jump into a new galaxy.
Yeah.
Like the Beehive. I forgot the names of the galaxies, but like the Beehive Galaxy. I think that was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I just buzzed around like a stupid little bee. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, the little flying power up was like it was like kind of fun to mess around with.
Yeah. And on top of that, like I don't think people talk about this enough, but Super Mario Galaxy did have lore. Like it had good, genuine lore, where it starts talking about Rosalina as a child, meeting the Lumas, and then creating a family of Lumas on a comet, which is a similar, or I might be getting this wrong, but it's the same comet that Mario lands on. That's the giant area, the hub. That's
Yeah.
the same comet. And then afterwards, near the end of the game, and I had someone remind me of this, and it just I just started crying on the inside as soon as he started explaining to me, like holy crap.
Yeah.
Near the end of the game, or at the end of the game, you'll see the epilogue where Rosalina, as an ethereal form, is speaking to Mario, and saying, "We're fine. This is okay. This is what happens," and she's referring to the fact that Lumas eventually die off. They're talking about how Lumas
fucking
come.
die.
Yeah, it's a whole existential thing where everything is made up of stardust, which is scientifically correct. Scientifically accurate. Everything's made out of stardust, but they call it star bits in Super Mario Galaxy. And then from galaxies being born, new lumas sprout, and then when lumas collide together, like later on in life, they create either they stop black holes by colliding, and then they create a new galaxy in the process. So it's like they're reassuring Mario, Rosalina and the Lumas are reassuring Mario that they're okay. This is natural, and you don't got to worry about it. Just dwell happily in the life that you're currently living. And it's just,
I do find it kind of funny how the solution to deleting a black hole is throwing a small child in it.
honestly, yeah.
You know what's
Small
funny?
child, go.
You know what's funny about all of this?
I choose you.
You know what's funny about all of this?
The Mario movie
What?
Luma.
No, I've never.
Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're good.
I'm so happy that you mentioned that. Like the Luma in the Super Mario movie, that
I remember when it says like
that friend,
finally
my friend,
sweet release.
my friend Pablo was. I went to watch the movie with him, and then we were talking about how odd it was that Luma was suicidal. And he said, no, it actually makes sense. You remember at the end of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and then it explains why this Luma wanted to die, like wanted to commit seppuku or whatever.
We get Luma lore.
Goku.
Seppuku.
And I was like, wow, holy crap, that makes sense. Nintendo thinks of everything.
You know what's funny about all of this?
Yeah. No.
I've
but-
never played Super Mario Galaxy.
That
I just spoiled. You just spoiled a lot.
No.
I mean, the story isn't the main part of Galaxy Guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's really a really good thing to know. Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah,
it's a
I
side
swore
quest,
you
like you
played
build
it.
up. You
No, we had an
buy the
episode
books.
over this where we were dogging on him for not playing it. Because
No.
he has the game in the collection. He just hasn't played it yet.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah, don't worry about the spoil. It doesn't like change much about the game. It's just a different experience.
No, that's fair.
As the game goes on, you get to enter the library. Oh, minor spoiler. As the game goes on, you head to the library, and then Rosalina's sitting on her little library chair, surrounded by a bunch of Lumas, and then you're just sitting right by the fireplace with her, and she's just reading her story off of a literal book. And it's like this cute little music. It's just I don't sound cute, so I can't imitate it. But like,
Mauricio.
I'm a grown ass man. I don't sound cute.
Don't worry, Mauricio. You always sound cute in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I don't,
sitting there.
sir. I don't think you can see sound. So that statement was just incorrect.
Ah,
Shut the fuck up, Mauricio. You cute little thing.
Bro, I'm sitting right next to this man right now. I think he's pretty cute.
Aw, thanks, man.
You're welcome. But oh my god, it
He's
is something
lying,
I need to
Mauricio.
get on. I need
He's
to
a
get on
liar.
too.
Such a gorgeous game. I don't know where you'd find a Wii U sensor anymore, because those things like die out pretty badly.
Oh yeah, it's on Switch.
Oh right, you're right.
Yeah, I have the 3D All Stars
I
collection.
keep thinking that you have to
No.
own a Wii to be able to play the game. It's
You have
like
to own
Lost
a
to
Wii to
Time
play
or something.
Galaxy 2. I'll say that, but you can't. Yeah.
Okay, I don't like Super Mario Galaxy 2.
That is so funny because we had Jack on for our last episode, and he prefers Galaxy
He was like,
2 over.
he loved it.
He and I are gonna have a discourse, like a whole ass debate.
Dude, you're gonna have like an Ace Attorney debate. You're just slamming the table and pointing at each other the whole time.
Objection!
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 Yoshi says the same.
Your opinion's based.
Oh
Your
my God.
opinion's trash.
Maybe for
How
Mario,
dare you?
maybe for a Mario
Here-
Galaxy episode, we'll bring these two back and have a good discussion there. But
Yeah, no, they're gonna be debating. He's like, here's my evidence that you're a bitch.
true.
Or it's gonna be sent back to Lex from us listening to it.
But I think this is gonna be good for us to segue now into our main topic, the Smash roster, the thing we've brought Mauricio on to talk about.
All right.
Yippee.
All right. So where do I?
Took us forever to get here.
So, let's talk about the Smash roster. This is the biggest crossover for sure in any media.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest crossover ever, and it all started with a little game known as Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64. Mauricio, I'll let you go on from there.
All right. I'm not speaking from experience. I never owned the game, nor had I ever owned. What was it? It wasn't NES, was it? I don't think it was.
No, it's on the N64.
N64, right? Oh,
It's called Mario. It's called Super Smash Bros.
Duh.
64.
Anyway, so I never owned the game, nor did I own the console. God, I wish I did. But this game is notoriously just the babe. I guess you'd say the fetus of the entire franchise.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sakurai had actually, I had to look into this for a bit because I wasn't entirely sure right off the bat, but Sakurai had created Melee as a sequel to 64 because he knew that 64 was unfinished and there was complaints here and there. It was more from what I read and from what I watched from an interview with Sakurai. He had described it as like as a passion project for the longest time, especially 64. He's like, oh, I wanted to introduce Nintendo's most popular and recognizable characters, and not only Nintendo, but isn't Game Freak off topic? Isn't Game Freak like a sub company of Nintendo, or am I wrong about that?
Oh, I'm not sure because
It's like a second party. That's how it is.
It's so weird because like Pokemon is treated as a first party. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They have
Well,
priority
it's the same with
in games.
Xenoblade and Monolith Soft.
Is Game Freak
Because even though like that company develops it, they develop it solely for Nintendo, so they count as a second party. Because they can also still just like develop games for other things like mobile phones and other consoles.
God, I'm
But
pretty-
they produce for Nintendo, but they're still their own company, so they're a second party.
Okay. So
If-
I
if
think
that
the
makes
main
sense.
The main reason Nintendo has the ability just to put up or showcase these first party game development companies is because they do a lot of the publishing. They do a lot of the publishing of the games. Game Freak has to be published by Nintendo. And for reference, for those who don't know, or for our listeners who don't know, 64 at the beginning has a total of 8 characters. But as the game progresses, you have the ability to unlock them, and you get a total of 12 with the addition of, help me out here, guy. It's
4 characters.
4 characters.
So it's 12 in total, yeah.
12 in total.
Yeah.
Those characters are
Luigi, Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon, and Ness.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't. A theory I had when I was looking into this. Funnily enough, I'm doing this for a Spanish oral presentation, so I have to relay this information all in Spanish.
Double the practice, man.
Do hop
Say
Say your name in Spanish.
Mauricio.
What?
Good. Me llamo Logan.
Mucho gusto, Logan.
I'm gonna pretend I know what you said.
Good. Good.
I just said
Your
my name's
pretending
Logan.
is immaculate.
Hold on. Okay. Jay. He just said I am Logan, and then Mauricio just said I like Logan.
No, I said mucho gusto. Don't pretend like you know what I just said. I said mucho gusto, which is
Guys,
it's like-
guys,
it's
an
similar to my
elitist. He always
pleasure, but
tries
it's
to
a lot of
sound smart about
Oh, I'm
everything.
thinking of me gustaría.
Okay.
Because that I get those fucking mixed
Yeah,
up.
there's mucho.
Oh, okay, we're doing a podcast, not a Spanish channel.
Gustaría is would like, right?
I mean, we were talking about Dora, Jay, so we're already kind of the Spanish
Oh,
channel
God.
now.
I remember something in Spanish. I think.
I took Spanish in high school like twice, so that means I am an expert on Spanish.
Boom.
Wow.
I know
Yeah, back to
one.
Spanish.
I know one thing in Spanish.
What is
Right,
it- what is it,
we're veering off topic a bit.
Wait, hold
Okay.
up. Jay knows one thing in Spanish. What is it?
Oh yeah.
It's just a greeting. It's hola, ¿cómo estás? That's about it.
Solid.
So, epic.
Solid. I knew what exactly what you said.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Wait.
comprehensible. That's the job.
Yeah.
But back to Smash. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I don't know if this was commonplace, common knowledge, but I'm gonna say it's a theory of mine that the reason the roster is built the way it is so the top row of the Smash 64 roster, first 8 characters, you add on the 12 characters. The top row, I think all those characters are catered to the American audiences. It should be they're most popular in the U.S. over Japan. That's my theory. And the second,
Which characters are on the top row again?
we'd have to look up like a
Yeah, here,
picture of the 64 roster.
Here, I can look it up right here.
Yeah, look it up for me. I think it's like Mario, Donkey Kong.
Link, Samus, Kirby, Yoshi,
Yeah, here.
Fox.
All right, so top
Luigi.
row would be Luigi, Mario, DK, Link, Samus, and Captain Falcon. I can't speak much on Captain Falcon because the popularity of Captain Falcon kind of died with the first game.
It did.
And then
I mean, it had some more games after that, but its last game to ever be released was on the GameCube.
Yeah,
So-
F-Zero is a dead franchise, and I hate that it is because it's really good.
Yeah, dude, you want to know something funny about that
Sure.
for F-Zero? There was some crazy fan who they bought enough Nintendo stock to where they could be in an official meeting, just so they could ask if there were any plans for making a new Captain Falcon game or just a new F-Zero. And
Just for that.
Yeah, and it was thousands of dollars just so they could ask that.
Yo, honestly, worth.
Respect.
But yeah, Mauricio.
yeah, and sorry, this is going on longer than I
No,
think
you're
it should.
good. No, you're good, man. You're
So the
good.
second row, I think, is mostly catered to Japanese audiences. I don't think this is a guesstimation. This is a guess. NES isn't too entirely popular early on in the U.S., but I know that I can make the assumption. that with the
Earthbound
inclusion
was
of
not
Mother
popular.
3, in Japan, I'm pretty sure Mother 3 was exclusive to Japan only. It was only
Yeah,
in
it's-
Japan.
Oh
It's
yeah,
never- it's
but
never
it is notoriously exclusive.
Yeah, it's never been released in America. Yeah, we have an English voice actor for Lucas and Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have Mother 3, which
yeah.
is so weird.
Yeah. Then Kirby's in the bottom row.
Koyo.
Yeah, Kirbo. Because technically Kirby is Sakurai's first ever his baby character, his baby project, passion project, I guess. Okay. Kirby's essentially a nepo baby, getting more than he deserves because Sakurai's his father.
But Kirby's
He was the main character of
absolutely.
Ultimate.
I'm not saying he's iconic. I'm just saying I don't think he deserved. He earned it from the get go. He had to
No,
work
that's
it.
fair.
Yeah.
But would you say the same thing for Fox at that point? You know what I mean?
That or Captain Falcon or Ness.
I mean, obviously, nowadays, yes, they do.
Absolutely,
but it's
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
But that's mostly because of because of Super Smash Brothers.
Now you want to know something I've always thought was a little weird.
Go for it.
So I do know with some of the extra characters like Luigi, they were clones. So yeah, it does make sense why they added them in more characters, which a lot of people like, and then it's also easy to make. But one of them was completely original was Jigglypuff, which I thought was just a left field choice. I know the Pokemon anime had Jigglypuff, but still, out of all Pokemon to choose,
Yeah, I think it was mostly because people thought the Jigglypuff in the anime was definitely one of the funniest interactions that Team Rocket and Ash's crew usually
Yeah.
had because of the sing and like the whole just
Yeah,
singing
go
and then drawing on their faces.
Yeah, and that's why Pikachu's in Smash too, because like he's not even like before the anime, he really wasn't even that popular.
And Charmander was supposed to be the lead Pokemon.
I thought it was
Or was it?
Clefairy for the anime.
Oh, actually, yeah, I
Yeah,
think I
I-
heard that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is right, but originally they weren't going to have Pikachu be the main mascot for the anime.
That's for sure.
They were gonna have Clefairy.
That is just wild to
that?
think about.
That is really wild because like Clefairy is like pretty iconic for like a Gen 1 Pokemon, but you wouldn't exactly like say that as like mascot material, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. I think Clefairy is pretty forgettable sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. If
I like
anything,
Clefairy.
I think if we're talking about Pokemon that can, when I think Clefairy, I think Metronome. Immediately, I go to Metronome.
Metronome's the only thing.
I don't think Moonstone, or what's the mountain that they usually reside in?
Mount Moon.
Mount Moon.
I don't think Mount Moon. I think Metronome. And when I think Metronome, I immediately go to Togepi because of how iconic Togepi is in the anime.
Yeah, that's entirely
Yeah,
fair.
but as a Smash character, I don't think Togepi would fit. Just funny.
True.
But yeah,
It's
that was
just a
I guess
little
that was
egg.
my theory. It's not completely solid because I'd have to look more into it. But it's definitely because of a lot of the characters that are included and become included in the game are mostly because of popularity and
I mean, yeah, that's how a lot of characters go in general.
yeah. Right. And Melee,
But
that's
I think I would probably disagree on like it being just to appeal to American audience, like the top row. It's like go over to the top row again. All the characters that were in it.
Yeah. All right, Luigi, Mario, Donkey
Okay.
Kong.
Okay, those first three, like they apply to all regions because who the hell doesn't know who Mario is? So
but like
Mauricio
Mauricio was
was
saying that like the top row appeals more to like American audiences, meanwhile the lower row like appeals more to Japanese audiences. Which he's
okay,
right.
go over to the rest of the top row.
After Donkey Kong, it's Link, Samus, and Captain Falcon.
Okay, maybe Captain Falcon. Well, actually, no. Even in Japan, F-Zero was always more popular because the rest of the characters too, like Samus and Link, I'd say they're like relatively the same.
Link
For like,
I thought Link was like more popular in America because of Ocarina of Time.
All right.
I mean,
Because you gotta
Maybe,
think of like you gotta think of the era.
but I mean, you also got to consider the games that came before Ocarina of Time
But-
that made them popular in the first place.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Ocarina of Time came out before 64.
Yeah, but
So you gotta think of the
still,
time, yeah.
it's a popular. It was still a popular game in Japan too, guy.
Well, no, I'm not saying that any of these games weren't popular. Of course, they're all of them are popular. These are like great franchises. It's just that like one definitely I can see where Mauricio's coming out with like Link appealing more to an American audience.
I just can't see it. I can maybe see the argument for like Japanese audience on like the bottom row, especially with like Ness, because like almost no one knew Ness because his game like did not sell well Earthbound because its marketing was like atrocious. It was like fart humor stuff.
That's terrible.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and it only sold a very small amount of copies, which is also why it's like $600 on eBay because it's rare and everyone loves it now.
Dang.
My God, this game's amazing.
But yeah, okay, continue.
Well,
what you
that
were
and it was
saying.
also a bit expensive too, even at base retail price. But that's another topic.
Shoot.
But yeah.
I think with that being said, I think we can move on to the Melee roster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So with the Melee roster, there was I don't know how many more characters were included. I think it was 7, 8, possibly.
We can count this actually.
Okay.
I have the roster pulled up right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4,
18,
5,
18,
6,
There's
7,
25.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 new characters. So
13 characters.
and if you want to be technical, Zelda and Sheik count as their own, so technically 14 new characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same as Smash Ultimate's stance characters, I guess.
Yeah. So like
Let me look at this real quick though.
it more than doubled in roster size, which like for the time, especially if you play Ultimate, you're like, oh, this roster's so small, but like back then that was a lot.
It looks like just from the screen alone on this JPEG, it looks like a lot. Like it takes up the majority of the screen. Of course, that's like the size of the image icons, but still.
Yeah. But yeah, talk about the Melee roster, Mauricio.
All right, I don't have a specific theory on like the order of these characters. This is just, of course, like I said earlier, Sakurai was just trying to make it more popular, trying to fix 64.
Yeah.
Essentially. So on the top row you can see Dr. Mario as the newer inclusion, but that's he's an unlockable character. You got This is something I really wanted to talk about. I know DK was technically considered a villain, but
Kinda
more like an
anti-hero, yeah.
anti-hero, most
Yeah.
definitely. But Melee is the first of the franchise to include villain characters. You have Bowser and Ganondorf, unless I'm forgetting one.
I mean, unless if you want to be like, if you really want to pull a string on this one, you can say Mewtwo.
Yeah, because of the movie.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too. I think
Mewtwo
he
Strikes
was
Back.
cool. I think I just added him because he was cool.
Yeah, Mewtwo's also like
Lanky cat.
a really powerful and popular Pokemon, so it's like, yeah, let's just add him.
At the time of his announcement as a new Pokemon, he was basically God, I guess. A god created by humans.
A god among us.
No,
No, shut up.
Bum 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 bum.
Hey, Mauricio, choke out Guy right now since he's sitting right next to you.
This is the third time you've asked me, and I don't think I can comply.
Do it.
Oh my
I'll give you $50.
There's some contemplation.
Just your guys start being
Mauricio,
choked.
I know you're a college student. You need the damn money. Choke him out.
Oh my god. But going back to Melee.
Okay. So I'm just glad Sakurai had included the villains, or included a villain arc kind of mentality to the game, because I can imagine that a lot of people were thinking that, oh, you know what makes a game great? The villains. Because you can have a good game with good characters, but a story is only a really great story if you have a great villain.
I'm just thinking of Puss in Boots Jack Horner because he was a good villain.
I think he was funny. I think, of course, Death as a wolf. He was the main villain technically, or like he was the
antagonist. He
Yeah,
wasn't
main
a villain.
antagonist.
well, I guess yeah. If you're
They're
saying
like
antagonist is different than
Yeah, that movie actually like has multiple antagonists, and it's really cool because like it does it better than Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I always refer to those movies when it comes to multiple villains.
Yeah, I'm starting to rethink like using the word villain and antagonist. Antagonist would probably be better because it's not necessarily evil. Villain.
He's
like
a force of nature, if that makes sense.
Goldilocks was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I like their dynamic.
Oh, for sure.
Jack Horner was.
Yeah, but now Jack Horner, yeah, he's just a villain. He's just an asshole. That's his whole character.
I know this is
But he's a
off
good
topic,
character.
John Mulaney.
I'm gonna cut you up, Brumflum, and I'll wear your clothes. That was weird.
British people. Oh no.
Okay, guy, we can't go too far with that.
Yeah.
We can't go too far with that.
But yeah, going back to like Melee and whatnot, it's like, we're getting so off topic. But with Melee, I definitely see where you're coming from with like the villain stuff, because it's really weird. It was probably a really big change for the time too to have like these two prominent villains being Bowser and Ganondorf.
Representation started becoming so prominent in the idealism behind the creation of this franchise. Like now you have Falco, you have Ice Climbers. Like who the hell knows about Ice Climbers? Not.
Wait, we literally talked about this on one of our episodes.
I can promise you that anyone who picks up Ultimate today will not know that are around like what 13, 15 years old. They will not know what the hell Ice Climbers is.
What the fuck is a Marth?
What is a?
No, actually,
Okay,
because
so
like Fire Emblem, like the first Fire Emblem game wasn't released in America at the time.
Yeah, no, when they were re-releasing Shadow Dragon on the Switch like a year or two ago, they literally had a commercial that was like kind of styled around that. Some kids were playing Melee, and they were like, "Hey, who's this guy Marth and Roy?" And then that's when they re-released it, because we never got that in the West for a while.
Yeah,
I think it took it to like the GBA with the game Roy was in, whichever
Binding
Fire
Blade.
Emblem that was.
Which,
Yeah,
by the way,
it was-
that game is on Switch now with the expansion pass. It's a great game. I really want to play it, but I'm not paying an extra freaking $20 for that.
Guy, there's a simple solution.
Just give
You are a pirate.
True. But yeah, do you want to keep talking about Melee or like?
Honestly, I'm just enjoying the topics that are coming out of just picking on these characters.
And that's
like what,
that,
like
Can
what
I say one thing?
Ice Climbers. I didn't know. I had to look into what the hell Mr. Game & Watch was. Apparently, he was originally part of a.
like
He was the. I think he was the first Nintendo video game,
I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
and he was also he was also an alarm clock technically, and within the handheld.
Game and Watch is a lot of things.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I like that he's like there and represented because it's a really cool part of Nintendo's history. Because originally they started off like making like a bunch of like little toys and like cards to use, playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
So going from that to like the video game behemoth that they are now is always really cool. And
Yeah.
one of the starts of that was the Game and Watch series.
Oh, for sure.
Can I say something about the Melee roster though before we move on to Brawl?
So what?
Can I say something about the Melee roster real quick though?
No, you can't go
Yes.
for it.
I will say though, even though they have all these characters nowadays, though only like 5 of them are viable though.
Hold up, I actually want to count this.
no.
Hold up. Mario.
Now Mario ain't viable. Get his ass out of here. Let's start from the middle road because that's where it starts. Falco, Fox, Marth, Jigglypuff.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Okay, yeah, my bad.
Nah, brother.
Yeah, no, Melee. Okay, yeah, Melee. Okay.
Yeah,
Fox,
we
Falco.
I'd say Ice Climbers if not for the fact that they're banned because of wobbling.
Wobbling's banned.
And then Sheik
Sheik?
too, but she's not as viable.
Samus.
The rest of the characters, yeah, don't use them. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions like Pikachu. I know is being used by Axe.
I love Axe.
Samus.
Yoshi was being used by a couple people, and then some
Samus.
Captain Falcon. But other than that, like, when the hell are you gonna see Ganondorf or Bowser?
Are we gonna forget Zane and Marth?
I said Marth.
I didn't hear it.
Whoops.
No, Marth is like there was like I think there was like when Melee was like getting big, there's like always a trifecta of characters that you had to choose. Well, unless if you were Hungry Bucks, it was either you choose Marth, Fox, or Sheik. Well, you could swap out Fox for Falco depending on what you wanted, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Melee Fox is notorious as hell.
God.
Yeah, that's what.
Ugh,
That's why Ultimate is the best Smash game.
for sure. Because
Because Fox isn't bust.
Because instead of having 5 viable characters, there are 70 viable characters.
Exactly. Okay. I guess that's we don't really have to cover Brawler Smash 4.
I mean, if you want to, man.
I mean,
yeah.
it might run on a bit as the characters keep increasing. Is what I'm saying.
Maybe just go over to new ones or just like some
Sonic!
weird like characters that were taken out. Yeah, how about we do that for Brawl, the third-party characters, because that's the
third
first
party
game
was
that had
sweet.
those.
Because what were the two third parties were Snake and Sonic, which
Yes.
nowadays, it's cool that they're in the game. This was huge back then.
It was a collaboration between Nintendo and Sega, both rival companies, since Sonic was starting to make a solid appearance as having one of the fastest running engines for a 2D game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was innovative. The Sega Genesis was
crazy.
It was golden for that. And like seeing, actually I don't know how long ago that was, so this might be a little like outdated, but including Sonic was just groundbreaking.
Well, I mean, they've always been seen as like rivals, so I think that's one of the parts that made it so cool. They could actually finally throw hands.
Exactly. They could throw hands like who could win? Which of the two top gaming companies could win? Mario or Sonic? Both.
Sonic, he's a better camper.
Sonic's
Have you seen the
good.
Taz Mario speedrun version of Mario? I don't think Sonic's got nothing on that Mario.
No, we're talking about Smash. Sonic, he's gonna take away one stock. He's gonna run away the rest of the match.
If we're talking about like within just Brawl, Sonic was really mid.
He was.
He was really mid.
It was actually his worst. It was actually his worst version.
I mean, he was a rushed character, so it does make sense.
Yeah. Even in Brawl, he was meant to camp, hit and run, the entire time. All his moves were spherical. It was just the same mundane game plan, same mundane animations, like spin to win. You just get over and over and over. You can time people out.
Because the character though, just spin.
Just spin.
Just spin to win.
Just
Yeah.
spin.
I do hate that in like the future like Smash Ultimate that they haven't changed up some characters like movesets just because they want to make sure veteran fans are still happy, which I just think is dumb because as the characters grow and stuff, they become different with each new game and iteration. So I think they should also change up a bit, make it fresh.
Which is a really good segue into one character that I the same topic with that Smash 4 Roy. He was
Roy is our boy.
Roy. I love Roy, by the way. I used to have him as a character. I'm dropping him now. He's just gonna be a pocket character, unfortunately. I still love him though. But the differences between Roy in Melee and Roy in Super Smash Bros. 4 is really big. They completely redid his moveset for the game, which I think
same for
is
like
awesome.
Luigi in later games.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
again, Luigi was in Smash 64 because he was easy to add, recognizable, and he could be like a Mario clone.
Exactly.
He had the exact same voice lines as Mario. Maybe like slightly higher pitch with the same voice lines.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, now he actually has his own unique moveset and stuff he's like notorious for too.
We love it.
But Smash 4, that was definitely an interesting roster because that was a really good point to talk about too. Is that they started like taking out characters too, and also like putting back old ones, which I think is really interesting.
And they started introducing downloadable content.
DLC, baby.
Brawl actually took out some characters too. Brawl didn't take out as many, but they did take out like Mewtwo. That was one.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Rest in peace, Mewtwo.
But at least
We shall see you in the next week.
So
Were there any other characters that were taken out? I can't remember.
Ice Climbers wasn't in Smash
yeah, they
4.
took out Ice Climbers and Snake.
And Snake, yeah. How else? You gotta look over the entire roster. Oh my goodness.
Lord.
Wolf.
Yeah, they took out Wolf. Oh
Took out-
God.
Oh yeah, to take out Wolf.
That was But yeah, Smash 4 was the first time they introduced downloadable content, which was really, really interesting for the time because that was the first game to ever do that in the series.
They added Mega Man. Sorry.
Mega Man.
Dude, I don't think you understand how hype people got over the introduction of Mega Man.
Did you
Mega Man and Smash was huge.
Mega Man fighting Blue Robot. Mega fight.
Yeah, why the hell did you sound like the gingerbread man from Shrek there when you said Mega Man? Mega Man! You sound like fucking gingerbread man.
Because I'm a voice actor secretly. I voiced Gingy.
I wanted to.
Dude, he's gonna be screaming to like not pull his buttons off in a bit.
But Smash 4 especially was like that was actually my first Smash game, so I'm always gonna have like the hint of nostalgia for the game, even though I know it wasn't the best game competitively. Bayonetta, Cloud, but
Like that we can agree on that.
but still, it's just like it's such a fun game, and the roster was like it was getting really big. But I think the meaty. I think we should start talking about the.
They took out Squirtle and Ivysaur.
Oh, they did take out Squirtle.
In Smash 4. I just had to look over that. I figured I'd point it out.
No, you're good. You're good.
It was a weird switch mechanic in Brawl. Not fair.
It wasn't
I'm
fair.
glad they fixed it in Ultimate, though.
Which is
Yeah,
the segue. We're
because-
going to talk about Smash Ultimate roster now. My favorite game in the series.
Everyone is here.
Yay!
Oh my
Including
God.
Young Link.
They did include Young Link.
Now that I think about it, another character that I was lost in Brawl was Young Link, but he was replaced by Toon Link,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
that's
was
crazy.
It
better.
was like an evolutionary idea or something. Not a good idea, but it was like, oh, he evolved. He grew up into a bigger small child.
True.
A bigger small.
I mean, no, it's a different small child, but that small child looks very similar to the other small child.
Different timeline.
It's a bun- it's a-
I don't know enough about the Legend of Zelda timeline or split timeline theory. I don't want to get into that.
Oh, it's not. It's confirmed.
Oh, well,
Here's the thing.
I
Just Skyward Sword's the beginning, and there you go. That's
all you need to know.
okay.
there's your timeline.
Honestly, one thing I do love about Zelda is that like you don't need to play any of the other games to like have a fun time or understand what's going on.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure when Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
Ganondorf is always the villain. Just understand that.
Most of the
Well,
time.
not always.
Thing where they're all three of them are cursed to once
To
Ganondorf
reincarnate.
once Ganondorf
Comes
rises
back.
to power or comes back, then Zelda and Link are reincarnated.
Yeah,
Which is their excuse for
Gan-
making
Gan-
more games.
Yeah, no, Ganondorf isn't the villain all the time. He is like a lot of the times, but like until Tears of the Kingdom, Ganondorf hasn't like been in a game for like probably a decade.
Why?
At least a mainline Zelda game.
He was on Breath of the Wild.
Why is
No, that was Calamity Ganon. Ganon and Ganondorf are different.
They're the same person though.
No, they're not.
They literally are.
Ganon's
Say
like
mine.
the dark beast.
Ganon is the beast?
Okay, the Dark Beast, I can understand that, but like Calamity Ganon, that's just Ganondorf. Like, come
That
on.
is not Ganondorf.
Dude, Ganon and Ganondorf are the same person.
If we're talking about the human appearance, Ganondorf
Oh
has
my
not
god,
appeared
that's
in a
like saying
decade.
that's like saying Finto and Griffith aren't the same person. They are.
He transformed him. And that's completely different. And also, shut the fuck up. Stop bringing up Berserk.
Never.
I'm gonna stop reading Conviction.
Oh my god. But no, they're the same person. But essentially, God, bro.
Depends on the game.
Back to Smash Ultimate. Shut up. You're
There was no
wrong.
Ganondorf in the NES guy.
Oh my god, because he
We're
transformed.
really
into
about to
the
argue
pig
about
form.
this.
It's
I will
fine.
keep arguing about it. I'm stubborn.
God, they're the same person.
They are not.
They literally are.
They are.
They literally are.
They are not.
Look it up. I'm being serious. Look it up.
I will, because I know I'm right.
Just because the word calamity is in front of his name does not make him a different person.
No, even without the calamity, it's still different.
So you're saying Ganondorf shortened to Ganon means he's a different person?
Yes.
No!
What?
Uh,
We just looked it up, and while there is a distinction in what they're identified as, the reason there is a distinction is just to differentiate between the beast form and to the human Gerudo form. Ganon being the
Yeah, look, I know it does.
confirmed to be the same
I know it
person.
does depend on the game, because in some games like Ganondorf is more important, while in other ones Ganon is more important.
Maybe you are a Redditor, Brewer.
Because
Holy
like
crap.
in Wind Waker there was no Ganon, there was just Ganondorf.
Oh my god, because
you're hurting my brain.
God, Brewer, you literally are not right. Oh my lord.
You are a Berserk simp. Shut the hell up.
But back to the Smash Ultimate roster.
Yeah.
This game is awesome. They added every single character from the past games into this one game, and because of that, not only is it the biggest crossover ever, it is the largest fighting game of any characters with 89 different characters.
Yeah, even without the DLC, that still sums up to a chunky 75.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh my goodness.
It is so big.
I love this game not only for how clean it feels to play it, because it is as it is right now, or as it will forever be, because they're not going to keep patching it.
Yeah.
As it's going to be forever until we die, or until they stop producing this game, or until we just run out of systems to play it on. It runs as perfectly as one can expect. It's the best iteration of every single version of the game so far. The engine runs as good as it needs to. It's not slow like it's not slow like Brawl. It's not choppy like Smash 4, because in Smash 4 you could either be limited to the 3DS, which it didn't have a good engine because it's a handheld, right?
Yeah.
And then you had the Wii U, and no, not a lot of people like the Wii U as it was as a console. So like the sales probably weren't that high, although it was Smash 4. So they had a reason to buy it. But anyway,
That was like the sole reason for some people to buy a Wii U.
absolutely. And like just the speed of this game feels great. The speed, the fluidity, the render art is so good. Like when I saw the difference between Smash 4 Mario and the and Ultimate Mario, I was like, this is realistic. Why can I almost see every single strand of hair on Mario's mustache?
Yeah,
It was
that's so
just
true.
like, wow, okay. I'm watching a
Mario's game.
It was, oh my goodness. And as I never played Smash 4, nor did I ever play Brawl or Melee or 64. So being able to play every single character from every iteration of the game in this one just feels good. Of course, I'm not saying I've played every single character, despite having multiple character crises in the past. But just knowing that I could play them is reassuring. They united Pokemon Trainer. They reunited it, fixed the swapping mechanic.
Good.
Perfect. Peak.
Yeah, because the stamina thing in Brawl really sucked.
And now they're like a top tier character. They're awesome.
Exactly. You don't have to like commit to one character. I mean, you can commit, but you don't have to commit to one character the entire stock.
I need Charizard. Aren't there two other characters? Shut up. It's Charizard.
True.
It's Charizard. It's I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Ivysaur and Squirtle just don't exist.
Exactly.
They were never there. They're a figment of your imagination.
Oh my god.
It's always been Charizard.
The representation alone. You know this game has 40 plus different gaming companies contributing to the game.
That's so crazy.
It's at least 40. There's an image out there somewhere with like the center of it being the icon, the logo for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and then surrounding it you got Punch Out, Wii Sports, you got Persona 5, you got Fatal Fury, you have Fire Emblem, you have Final Fantasy, and it goes on and on and on and on. And that's not even including the third party games that are represented as assist trophies. The assist trophies
And the spirits.
And spirits, exactly. The assist trophies and the
God,
spirits.
there's so many.
There is 1,000, I think. I might be
But yeah,
wrong.
items have some representation
most definitely
too.
at least 500 spirits in the game.
I've done this because I am really close to almost getting every spirit in the game. I think there's 1,359.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
might be wrong on that, but it's
God.
close to that. It's close to that.
Woo! Talk about content. No wonder Sakurai wanted to stop. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know how many games? Like, here's the thing. In the spirits, like, they're not even just from series that are from the same series of like characters in Smash. Oh, what's a good Resident Evil? They're Resident Evil spirits.
Yeah, no, there's like Warframe spirits, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's Warframe spirits. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's really surprising.
They do include a lot of indie games on there. Yeah.
Can we talk about how Sakurai made it so where Toby Fox could contribute to the game by adding Sans a Mii costume
And
always
Megalovania.
and
Funny.
the Megalovania music.
Oh
That will
my
never
God.
not be funny.
Yeah.
That stuff was awesome.
People freaked out. People bought the hell out of that. The Sans skin, the helmet, the pistol, whatever.
Dude, people got more excited for that than they did for Terry.
I feel like for a brief moment they forgot that Waluigi could never be a character. And
Yeah.
in that instant, they just forgot Waluigi isn't in Smash, except as an assist trophy, as that's the fine print.
Bumao.
That is upsetting though.
It is.
Not having Waluigi in the game, like seeing Wario there, like how could you not pair? Like of course Mario and Luigi, it makes sense that they're the iconic pair. Fox and Falco, they're a pair. Donkey Kong and DK, they're a pair. Ness and Lucas, Pikachu Peach, a Pikachu and Pichu, sorry, Peach and Daisy, Bowser, the Koopalings. I don't know. I had a brain fart for a second.
Yeah.
Simon and Richter Belmont for Transylvania. Also, can we talk about Transylvania? Like, I don't know much about that game, but I love how they.
Wait, you mean Castlevania?
I said Transylvania. Didn't
You
I?
said Transylvania.
Yeah, you're talking about that movie.
I was like, what the hell?
I was
Hold
like,
on.
what the hell is he
No
talking
way
about?
this man just made a reference to Adam Sandler Dracula movie.
Yeah, Hotel Transylvania.
I did not say blah, blah, blah.
Dude, in editing, we gotta add him in there.
Wait, I said.
Oh my God. Yo,
I can't believe you said Hotel Transylvania.
I'm sorry.
yo, what if
okay?
Simon and Richter like fought Adam Sandler?
I believe it.
Perfect.
Dude, we need to get a
Sweet.
modded Switch with like characters from Hotel Transylvania over to Belmont.
We need Adam Sandler in Smash. Just saying.
Yes. Just yes.
But as you were saying.
Yeah, and then just saying all these things, that's just excluding the DLC. You have Kazuya from Tekken. No, like you already had Ryu and Ken as a really cool new addition, as a new pairing. And then you have Terry from Fatal Fury, which is a game not a lot of people talk about anymore, which is I think was a large competitor against the Street Fighter franchise in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, also it was like huge too in like the South American regions.
Ooh.
South American regions.
I forget what the reason was. I should know this, being
I think it's because like those arcades, the Neo Geo ones, they were a lot more affordable than like Street Fighter and that stuff. because with the Neo Geo, it was like just a gigantic system because they used cartridges to switch them out. So for arcade owners, that was like really convenient. So there's a lot of factors on that, and some people that could explain it better than me. But just Neo Geo was really popular in like southern regions.
Hmm.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I like that.
I did not know who the fuck Terry was.
Terry Bogard.
Terry Bogard. You know what's funny?
Or the fuck?
I had no idea who he was when he got announced, and I was the most hyped for him in Fire Pass 1.
He looked cool.
He looked cool, yeah. I liked him.
He's a badass. He had an anime, too.
Oh, yeah, there was a Fatal Fury anime. I forgot about that.
And I think there's a live action.
We
Not
should
as
watch
good, but...
it. We should watch it.
Say it's live action of an anime. It probably sucks.
Yeah.
True.
But the anime from like the few clips that I saw online, it looked really good.
Yeah,
It was very flashy.
that's awesome, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Ultimate's so cool with the
Kazuya,
characters.
Mishima, Tekken.
Tekken? Hold up. Mauricio.
Yeah.
Joker Persona is in Smash.
Oh my god! Shut up, Persona simp.
Eve from Minecraft.
I've never played any Persona games, so I don't feel the same hype as you.
No, that's fair. Persona 5 Royal is my favorite game.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't play Persona until like Smash Bros.
Yeah, here's the story. So, I hope this gets a short. But how it happened is that
Redacted.
but when
I'm muting you in editing.
when Joker got announced for Smash, when he got announced for Smash, I was just like, okay, I've seen him before. This is cool. Okay, whatever. When Joker was getting hyped up for, like, you know, he's the first DLC character added to the game, I was getting really excited because I was like, oh my god, new character. I want to see what his moveset's like, yada yada. I play him. The first game I ever played with Joker, it was against a level 7 Olimar CPU.
Ew.
I know, but I beat him, and I was like, this character's fun. I like him.
We'll say Joker's the first character I got through the like campaign mode with on like 9.9.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, classic mode. But
Yeah,
God.
classic mode.
What happened is that while I was on my way to school, I was a freshman, by the way, in high school when this happened. So yeah, I'm young. But
This game came out in 2018.
it did,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my god, Mauricio's
I'm
old.
old.
He's old.
And I only got the game.
Wait, how old's Mauricio?
Huh? I'm 21.
Oh, okay, so you're just like a little older than me. I'm 19 and I'm about to turn 20.
I'm speaking to children.
God, but it was
How
funny.
you feel,
because,
old
like,
man?
when we were having English that day, oh my god, my English teacher didn't renew her contract. So we didn't have English for that day.
Okay.
And so we were in the
Lucky.
we were in like a lecture hall for just as a free study room. But Joker came out that day, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Smash. I'm gonna just keep playing him. One of my best friends at the time, she was like, wait, Joker's in Smash now? And I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh my god, have you played Persona 5 before? And I'm like, no, I've never played the game before. She's like, oh my god, you need to play the game. I was like, okay, cool, I'll play it eventually.
Okay, so that's where a guy got the annoying thing from, that random girl.
And that's where a guy got trapped.
Yeah, and that's where my life changed forever.
She
Hook, line, and sinker. He bit it, and he got gone.
He got baited.
And so I was at Walmart one day, and I saw Persona 5 like for $20, and I sent her a picture, and I was like, should I buy it? It's $20, and she said yes. So I bought it, and a month later, it was my second favorite game ever made. Then Royal came out, and now that's my favorite. And now this is the story of how I will never get a girlfriend because I'm a Persona stan. Yep.
I mean, I played Persona too. I also played Persona, so I can't say much. Since you want to know a funny way, like when Smash came out, how I ended up playing it.
How?
So around that time, I was knee deep in wrestling, which it was fun sometimes, but it was also hell sometimes.
Like high school wrestling?
Oh yeah, high school wrestling.
Oh, that's
And the weekend that Smash was coming out, there was this stupid long tournament that for some reason our coach signed us up for, because he signed us up for like tournaments every weekend. So it was like, I think a 2-day tournament, or kind of technically 3, because we went to like the hotels and stuff on Friday after school. But luckily, and it is kind of a weird luckily because I got a concussion on like one of the matches like a week before, so I wasn't allowed to like wrestle at the time. So I was like, oh no, I have a concussion.
Yes.
I can't go to wrestling practice. I don't have to go to that annoying tournament, and I can play Smash Bros instead. Oh no.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, coach. Booting up the Switch as you
Oh
as you
no!
play.
What a shame.
Well, I mean, in little intervals because I still had a concussion, so I was only able to play like one match and then had to take like 15-minute breaks.
Oh dang.
Dang.
Yeah, concussions
Yeah.
affect your eyesight, don't they?
Depends on how it goes.
Huh. All right. I learned something new today.
He did learn
Mhm.
something new today.
Yeah, you just have to be careful with them because you can permanently damage yourself if you're not careful. It's like Monster Hunter Rise for like the second concussion I got. It released like Valstrax, and that concussion was a bit more serious. So I literally what I would do is play like try to beat the Valstrax, and then probably take like a half an hour break while not looking at any screens.
Yeah, so okay, we play Monster Hunter. Mauricio has no idea, like he doesn't know about Monster Hunter. I assume.
Does he not?
I've never played Monster Hunter. I've seen
Yeah.
videos on it though.
But yeah,
You
like,
play Monster Hunter?
they would like give free title updates for like new monsters and stuff with the new gear, and like Valstrax was one of them.
Right.
Yeah, really cool monster. Here I'm gonna look up a picture because I think he's really cool.
He's literally a rocket.
He's literally a jet. This is him.
Hey yo! That is dope.
He's so sick, dude. His ultimate, like his ultimate attack, he shoots into the air, does like a semicircle, and then like shoots down at like, the
Dive
speed of a
bombs
jet.
you.
Like it breaks the sound barrier.
Wow.
Yeah, like he's one of the only monsters in the game that can break the sound barrier with his speed. He's super.
I'm gonna say a quick thing while we're on the topic of Monster Hunter. I am always gonna say it is a crime that a Monster Hunter character was never added for Smash, but they added in Rathalos as a boss.
That's right.
Hey, but you can't complain. Sakurai did his best with representation.
He did.
He's the
No, I am gonna complain because I still can't play. They gave us me characters.
True, dude. If the Mii's leave like next game, no one would miss him.
Yeah.
No, I'd miss them.
No, you wouldn't.
In all honesty, though, it kind of makes sense if the Mii fighters, if there's a next game at all.
Okay, guy.
if the Mii fighters
One,
leave.
I will say this for the Mii fighters. There is one thing that I know you always love with the Mii fighters. When I was playing against you in our like tiny Smash tournament, I beat you while using a Black Adam Mii. So there was value in using a Mii.
Oh my. Yeah, that's like Ganondorf.
Hey yo.
You're a ranked player. I don't want to hear nothing.
Bruh.
You have like literally 10 times the amount of hours I do, and that's only for the ones I can see on your Switch. That doesn't even include all the tournaments you go to.
Cope.
Shut up, try hard.
But yeah, like
We don't talk about the amount of hours you got. Like seriously, dude.
shush.
Come on.
Let me look on my new fresh Switch OLED. How many hours does this guy have on Smash?
We've already confirmed this last time. I was like 2.
No, I want to confirm it again.
Yeah, he keeps going up. We want to see it.
2,240.
They hate me. They hate me, Mauricio.
We do. We honestly hate Guy.
Hey, y'all seem like really good friends, though.
No, yeah. These are some of my best friends for real.
Absolutely.
But
No, I'm not. I hate you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you, Guy.
Fuck you too. But yeah, like we're getting near.
I'm only
that
here
point
because
where we-
Jay's hot.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
But I think we're getting to that point. I mean, we got pretty off topic this episode, but going on to the point with like the Smash roster, I think it's really like fun just to see like these different franchises come together and just like you can officially say Mario can fight Sephiroth on. Oh my God, he can fight Sephiroth in the clock tower from Bayonetta. That's cool.
I think that's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, while a garlic-eating madman is riding his bike at you, while a purple dragon is dive bombing into you.
Sounds like
It's
Simultaneously, while Joker is pulling at his stand to beat you up.
sounds like a day of True Attack Death Battle.
When Joker pulls out the fucking 9. Joker just pulls out a gun. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then a flat 2D man is hitting you with a hammer.
Oh my god! But it's just that's what Smash is, dude, and that's awesome. And I love that this series is unique for that aspect, which they try to like replicate with multiverses, but that really failed.
Sakurai's vision.
But it's just
Nick Brawl Stars.
and Nick Brawl Stars, yeah.
We're not going to talk about PlayStation Battle Royale.
Yeah, PlayStation.
All-Star.
All Star
God.
Battle Royale. They had Kratos and freaking Raiden from
Nathan
Metal Gear.
Drake.
And Nathan Drake.
Yeah, that was like
What?
That was like only the few good aspects of PlayStation All Stars. That and like the girl from Gravity Rush. Yeah, Kat.
Yeah, it was actually pretty big.
I think it had like,
No, I love Gravity Rush, so I really like that.
Oh yeah, they did put a Gravity Rush character in there.
Sly Cooper.
And she had a really cool moveset.
But I think we're getting to that time in the episode where we should give our final thoughts. Mauricio, what are some of your final thoughts about Smash rosters and just how they work, man?
All right, with Ultimate Smash roster specifically, I can't really ask any more of the game. Oh, besides, if I'm going to ask about the game specifically, besides the bugs and mechanics that need to be fixing, but with the roster, I think it's good as it is. The second Fighters Pass, I'd be happy if that was the final one. It definitely is the last one.
Yeah,
with
at least
with
for
the
now,
exception of
unless it gets re-released.
With the exception of a few characters here and there, just picking and choosing. But yeah, I'm really happy and really content. Of course, I have not played half of the characters, or half the games that Smash Ultimate represents. But it makes me wish that I did. That I do.
Yeah,
And-
no, Smash is a great way to get introduced to new series.
Absolutely.
Because like again, like Guy and Persona 5.
I think that was the main goal behind adding rosters. Like, representation. Everyone from every gamer from different communities under the same genre. They just come together in one fighting arena or a fighting platform, and then newcomers to who like competitive fighting games get introduced to new gaming franchises. So it's a win-win on both aspects, and that's really, really reassuring.
For sure. Brewer, any final thoughts?
Let's see. I'm just gonna go over just how I think it is like the best crossover of all time, because I remember they were talking about this in the Game Awards, and then like the Russo brothers were brought up, and like they're saying, oh, Infinity War. I'm like, nah, that's all in the same universe and stuff. Smash is the best crossover in like media like ever, in my opinion. Because all these characters from like different IPs and like different third-party companies, which could be really hard to negotiate with, especially you, Disney.
True. Yeah, dude, fucking Sora. That probably took forever. But yeah, no, I completely agree. Fuck Avengers. We have Smash.
Yeah.
Those are all designed to be like made in the same universe, but like Mario is definitely not in the same universe as Sephiroth.
Which gives it so much freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any Josh. Yes, Jay. Any final thought?
I am Josh.
Your name is Josh.
His
now.
name is Josh now.
But yeah. But Jay, yeah. Any final thoughts, man?
I've never I love Smash Bros, but like as fighting games as a whole, I've never been a huge fan of, because like I've mainly been I play a lot of shooters and RPGs and stuff like that. Fighting games isn't really one of those things I play a lot of, but with my time with Smash, I enjoyed it, and it's a hard game, but it's rewarding to learn how to play. And you can make great friends, like how guys in college competing in tournaments, meeting all these players through there. Like
Exactly.
you meet a lot of great people. It's a great game. You should definitely try it at least.
For sure.
Because like fighting games aren't for everybody. I'm one of those people, like I like them, but I'm not a huge fan of them. Not saying they're bad games, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I completely.
But-
But and of course the main.
But you should at least-
is that
you should give it a
roster,
try.
but still.
And on top of that,
Yeah, especially because of the roster. Like you're gonna find somebody you like no matter what in Smash Bros.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there's a character for everybody. whether it
Oh,
be
yeah.
from like play
Like, you
style
can't find
or
somebody
just like
then-
a character that was like dear to you from a game you played.
For sure.
Exactly.
But I guess with that being said, please hit that subscribe button with your final smash. Use all that power to give us algorithm, please. We need it.
Before we dive, cringe.
If you hit that like button, whatever character you want in Smash will be added in.
Yes.
Definitely.
Maybe leave a comment on what characters you would like in Smash. If they had more DLC, say what they want. I would personally love Dante from Smash. But with that being said,
I want
would you like to say
six Noahs.
no. Would you like to say anything before we hop off?
If you're new to the gaming community, I recommend picking this game up, even if just casually, because that's one of the main appeals of Smash Ultimate. Really fun game, really goofy sometimes, and I guess it's one of its main appeals. But yeah, thank you for having me on here. I really
of course,
enjoyed
man.
it. Yeah.
No, I'm really glad you came on here. I mean,
Yeah, Marissa,
I'm really
we
sorry.
really like
got
having you on today, man.
Yeah, I'm really sorry we got off topic.
Nah,
and
it's
stuff.
fine. I enjoyed the. Okay, personally speaking, I love off-topic conversations.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I love talking about little children having spasms out of nowhere.
True. But yeah.
And if you're a blind listener out there, I apologize.
We are not blind phobic. We are just making fun of Pokemon for very bad design.
Blindphobic. That is a new one, if I've ever heard it.
Say, is that even a word?
Probably not.
Well, we made it a word.
But with that being said,
It is now a word.
thank you very much for watching through this, listening to us rant about this fighting game that we hold dear to our hearts. But with that being said, this has been our episode on Smash Roster with Mauricio, and thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys.
Bye.